Thanks for coming out tonight, guys, to the dinner party. I know we had a change of venue, and it's a little different than what I had planned on, but thanks again for coming out. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about living on a budget and give you some tips and ideas on how to have fun but still save money. So, now, to live on a tight financial budget, you have to be crafty, you have to be creative, and you really have to be disciplined enough to stick with it. As we all know, over the past few years, practically everyone's had to stick to a tighter budget in order to make their ends meet. That typically means cutting out the fun things in life, like vacations, eating out. And, you know, you just have to provide for what the necessities are. Now, it's only after we've weeded out the obvious fun things that are not necessities that we start really getting down to it and looking closer at our monthly bills, like our cell phones and cable plans, to minimize the excessive waste there. But I want to start with some tips for reducing waste, and then later we'll learn how to maximize on the fun. The first way to reduce wasteful spending is to stop buying impulsively. Instant gratification comes with buying impulsively, but we just can't do it. It's just like when you go to the grocery store to buy a loaf of bread, but you end up leaving with 20 items or more. Yeah, we can't do that anymore. And also, we should stop using credit cards. If you don't have enough money to buy what you need now, start saving today until you do have enough money for what you need. If you start eating in, you can cook for your family. You'll see a considerable savings that way. Lunch on average right now, if you were to go out, go out and eat with your coworkers, you're spending about $7 per day. If you think about that, $7 a day, 5 days a week for 52 weeks in a year, that's spending over $1,800 just on lunch alone for one person. Now, when you're shopping, you need to create a list of necessary items and stick to the list. If you're in the market for clothing, write down exactly what item you need for your wardrobe and purchase only that item. I know it is hard. It's hard for me, but you can do it. You can get creative and find other ways to shop for items without actually having to go to the store, and that's online shopping. Of course, it may not work for grocery shopping, but it certainly works for clothing and other things. And one thing I'm going to tell you right now is when you're online shopping, you need to use your electronic coupon codes. Now, you may not be familiar with that, but I'll give you an example. I go on to, say, oldnavy.com to buy my little boy a pair of jeans, and I find the ones I like, put them in the little checkout cart, but before I do, I open a separate window, go to Google, and I type in Old Navy coupon codes, and there's a list, probably 10 to 15 codes that are active, right then, and I can choose which one works best for me. I can do 20% off of that order. Could get free shipping. There's all different types of promotions going on at a time, so you choose the one that's right for you and use it, and right there you've got a savings, and it's usually pretty substantial at the end. Now, you can consider buying used merchandise instead of brand new. You can find quality items at places like eBay.com. Also, there's Craigslist. That's usually people locally looking to sell something pretty fast. And also Goodwill. You can also find free entertainment in your area by reading the newspaper. You don't have to stay stuck in the house when you're living on a tight budget. Now, some of the events that are going on in downtown Winston right now are Music on Trade. They also do some other live shows 2 other nights a week. They closed down Trade Street, bringing in a stage and other vendors. All you have to do is bring your lawn chairs and your entire family. It's free to everybody. It's really a great time. Now, also in the newspapers, that's where you find your Sunday coupons, the inserts, and each one of those inserts can have $50 to $60 worth of savings in it. And most of the time you get about 3 inserts in the paper. But it's safe to say that the majority of coupons in each flyer are not for necessities. A lot of them are for new products and things that would be an impulse buy if you didn't have that coupon to begin with. And so you may need to really consider what you need and what you don't need when clipping coupons for for your purchases in the future at the grocery store. Also in the newspapers are, Sunday newspapers specifically, are the flyers for different department stores and the sales that they have going on that week. So if you need to make some clothing purchases, definitely go through those sales papers to see what it is you might need and where you can get the most savings. Now when we're talking about coupons and for grocery stores and things of that nature, you need to really compare your sales for the week. Now my biggest tools that I use for saving each week is the internet and the newspaper. So I compare the two. What I do is I will go through the newspapers, I'll click the coupons that I want, and then I'll hop on the internet and go to my grocery store's website to view their circular for the week. That way I can get the most savings. And the major grocery stores in this area are Food Lion, Lowe's Foods, and Harris Teeter. And Lowe's Foods on a regular day will double your coupons up to 99-cent face value. And also going on right now at Harris Teeter, they will triple your manufacturer coupon up to $1.99 on the face value. But that's just a limited time that they do, about once a year, twice a year actually. Now, when you're going out, say for dinner and things, and I know this is an expense that most people cut out of their budget completely, but you want to get out of the house with your family and you want to have some fun. And usually going to dinner is one of those things. Now, some restaurants I've seen when I'm driving by, they'll have children eat free Tuesday night. But, I won't have heard about it anywhere else. It's not something that they really advertise about. So I found some websites that have been really helpful for me. And they're called MyKidsEatFree.com and also MyKidsGoFree.com. Now, at the MyKidsEatFree.com, you go to it, you click your state, click your city, and it will give you a listing of every restaurant and what day of the week it is free or that they have the promotions for children. And just around the area, I found a few. There's Corbin's on Tuesday night, kids eat free. East Coast Wings is Wednesday night in the area. Also McAllister's Deli, children eat for only 99 cents Monday through Wednesdays. The filling station downtown, children eat free on Monday. And also the Texas Land and Cattle, it's 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday that kids eat free. Also there's Pizza Hut on Tuesdays and Sagebrush Monday through Thursday from 5 to 7. So if you're looking to go out to dinner with your family, plan it during these times right here where you will really see a considerable amount of savings. It's worth every penny. Now when you visit MyKidsGoFree.com, that's about more places and events you can go to where your kids will be free. And some that I found right now, Biltmore in Asheville, guests under age 16 are free through September 7th. And also the North Carolina Aviation Museum in Asheboro, children under 10 get in for free. Just a couple added notes here. Some other places you can go for savings, other than your grocery store. You can also join some of the membership clubs like Sam's Club or Costco. They have a membership that's about $30 per year. And you can get substantial savings on diapers, also on gas and food. Find out about when the farmers markets are being held in your area. Now some other fun things you might do. Consider kids' movies this summer. Around here it's Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. and admission is $3. You get popcorn, drink, and admission into the movie for that $3. And it's usually a popular kids movie that every child knows front and back. So that can be really fun. Also, Carmike Cinemas across the nation offer Stimulus Tuesdays, and they have $1 drinks and $1 popcorn. Also, when you're taking your family to the movies on any day, take advantage of the matinee prices. Children are usually a reduced fee. And also, if you have a student discount or a student ID card, you can get a student discount with that as well. One other really substantial savings are half-price meal deals. I don't know if you've heard about this, but you can listen, listening to the radio, major radio stations. They have websites. You go to it and click on the half-price meal deal, and you can get $50 worth of gift certificates for $25 or less. It's not just restaurant certificates either, it's for services, like spas, and just a wide variety of services in restaurants. They're pretty popular. Just recently I went on to 987simon.com and I got $50 worth of gift certificates to a major restaurant downtown for only $15. And most of the time those certificates are good on alcohol purchases and everything across the board. So that can be a really great way to save a ton of money when you go out with your family. Do you have any questions? Okay, well, I'd like to thank you all for coming out once again, taking time out of your day. And also, I've been filming this to put it on YouTube for everybody that could not participate today. And I hope you have enjoyed this presentation on how to still have fun while saving money and living on a budget. If you have any questions, just post them below the YouTube video and I'll be glad to get back with you.